I'm sure cavemen were punching each other. Not kicking, and like the mechanics of kicking is definitely the more refined art. So no matter what age you are, or what fitness level you are, what experience level you are, if you're a good listener, you'll be a good Muay Thai practitioner. What is up, guys? John here, aka Bruce Lee. Today we're looking at a different kind of video. It says here I tried Muay Thai for 30 days and then I had a fight. This is what happened. And it intrigued me. This is from Laurie Shaw. I've never seen this guy before, so I really don't know anything about him. I think he does fitness videos, and that's it. It just kind of popped up on my feed. I thought it was interesting. So, I was like, you know what? I've trained in Muay Thai for a long time. I am a kickboxing teacher here in Canada. Let's take a look. I'm going to add my commentary over it and give you guys kind of my feedback on if this is realistic or what he's doing, why he's doing it. Let's get going. If this is him, he's doing decent. Oh, it's not.
Is this what I'm about to do? Here begins
This guy's got a great smile. Also, we have the same keyboard. Shout out. Let's keep watching.
a new challenge. One that will be full of punching and getting punched. I'm about to begin 30 days of martial arts training.
That first batch of punches didn't look good. But maybe that was day one. Let's see what 30 days, by the way, guys, is a really fast turnaround. Like I thought maybe he's like a boxer or something. And then he's trying Muay Thai for 30 days, but to go from like even just from a fitness background just to Muay Thai in 30 days and having a fight, I'm intrigued.
Muay Thai kickboxing.
It's a pet peeve of mine, like Muay Thai, kickboxing, you gotta pick one or the other, because the rule set's completely different. Like, in Muay Thai, you can knee, you can usually clinch longer, you can elbow, you can catch kicks. Kickboxing rules don't always have the same set of rules, so allow all or some or a combination of those things. So, for me, it's really hard for me to translate to kickboxing. Like, you're doing kickboxing or you're doing Muay Thai. Just my opinion.
Now, I don't come from a martial arts background, so I definitely feel like a beginner. But we thought it could be a fun idea to throw me straight in the ring with a seasoned kickboxer on day one, and basically
on day one,
him and see how it goes, see how long I can last.
Whoever the sparring partners is taking, like, I could tell he's got really good control here. He's not hitting him too hard.
30 days of rigorous training, I'll jump back in the ring and we'll let him decide if I can fight back any better and last any longer. So I'm here with
it's not like a real fight, thank God.
What have I got myself into?
A heap of shit, I think.
No, like the guy, I saw a couple of this guy's thumbnails. This guy's ripped. Like he'll be fine.
We've been here for 30 years. Now, over the past 30 years, I've trained probably 55 different champion states, Australia, 11 world titles that we've won, all in Thai boxing and kickboxing. We're going to train Laurie from the bottom up, and I'm going to start him sparring one of my champions, see if he can hold his own. At the end of
bottom
the
up, hey.
It'll be quite interesting.
Sounds like a game plan. I'm scared already. I feel like I'm gonna get
the only thing that's a minor pet peeve of mine again is that, like, I don't feel like people should be scared to try Muay Thai. Like, you don't have to fight a champion fighter like this guy here, like Laurie. Like, you can just train in it and learn it and have fun that way. Like, I don't like to scare people or make it seem like it's a bad experience, because it's martial arts is awesome, you guys.
It's gonna be an exciting challenge.
Yeah. So Thai boxing is a hard sport. It's one of the hardest fighting sports on earth.
Yeah, it is pretty brutal.
We'll just see how we go.
Now, I've just been told I'm going to be fighting two different fighters. Why do I get myself into this stuff? The nerves are definitely kicking in, but we'll see how it goes.
Round one. Fighting a taller opponent. Oh! Okay, he kicked a little... This guy's kicking a little bit harder than I would for someone on their first day. Damn, I like this guy's hair. I think it's Sam. Okay, he's clinching up a lot, just showing him a lot of different things. It's a good trip. That's not a... So, I don't know why this is a knockdown counter. Like, if you slip someone, it does score well in Thai boxing because it looks like you have control. And in Thai boxing, like, if you're nonchalant and you can, like, drag someone to the ground without looking like you're doing anything, like, that's impressive. And you're winning the round or you're winning points. But it's not a knockdown. A knockdown means you go... your gloves usually is a good marker that your gloves or your knee goes down to the ground after taking a strike. That's a knockdown. He's kind of wrestling him down. Oh, I like that Cobra punch. So that right there, where he did a low kick and pulled it back into basically kind of like a Superman punch. I really like that move. I do it a lot. I usually don't throw it to the leg. You go to the head, but maybe I'll try it to the leg. Thank you, Sam. Such a strong clinch. That's a good. So that's called the tie whip, when you kind of like scoot, like you have your hand over their neck like that, and you whip them down or whip them to the side. Very realistic. Like, I fully believe, like, I don't know what level of champion this guy is, but I fully believe he's extremely experienced because his sweeps, his control, really good.
At this point, after finishing the first round, that it hit me what I just got myself into. This is gonna.
There's also a lot to learn in Muay Thai. Like 30 days is that's a pretty quick turnaround.
A long 30 days.
No, it'll pass by, buddy. You'll have fun. This is Jared. A little hard again for just someone's first day. Good front kick. Nice catch and sweep. The trainer's like, oh god, it's his first day. So you see here, let's look at Laurie. Like, you see the way he's kind of like, he has his hands out like this. He's like turning away and almost like just about to shut his eyes. Like a very natural inclination there when you're new. The wrong thing to do. He's like, Whereas the champion just looks a lot more like calm, composed, and ready. And it'll come with experience. I have faith in this guy. That was a funny sweep. So that's what I mean, right? Like, when you can do something like this to your opponent, like, it's not hurting them a whole lot. Sometimes in a fall, you can hurt, like, you know, the impact on your shoulder, your neck. Like, sometimes you can do a bit of damage. But at the end of the day, you're just showing your dominance and making them tired of having to get up and down, up and down. So you're just kind of demoralizing them, showing your control. So again, like, I don't know, like, that thing on the bottom, like, knockdown counter. Like, it's not like you're getting hurt, per se. Yo, wait, this guy's face here is, like, not happy to be there. Look at this guy on the very right. He's like... he's mad he's not part of the video. I mean, you know, I won't break it down too much. Like, obviously that was crap from his side, but it's his first day of.
How do you feel you went?
I feel like I'm hopeless. I feel...
No.
Going into it, I knew I was going to get destroyed. I thought I had some sort of ability to protect myself.
Yeah.
And then jumping in there.
Honestly, guys, like, this, like... Boxers have a really wide gap with this too. Like, people think they know what punching and boxing is like, and then they go up against a boxer, and it's like, imagine you've only learned how to play checkers, and then you have to face a chess grandmaster. Like, it sometimes feels like that because you're so clueless. And Muay Thai is not too far different for sure. Like, people, like, especially these fitness guys who, like, you know, bodybuilders, stuff like that, who think like, yo, I'm tough, I'm strong, I can do 100 push-ups, and then you realize it doesn't translate whatsoever into the ring. And it is what it is.
Yeah. Sam will go in hard, and he's southpaw. He's a bit harder kind of guy.
Yeah. That Sam guy, like, he was.
Yeah. Sam will go in hard, and
like, literally, he's kicking kind of hard, personally.
Jared's more technical, and he's orthodox, so he'll take your time with it. I think you made all the beginner mistakes, but you listened, which is really important. See, which means a good sign that you're going to learn well.
Yeah, she's got a good point there, guys. No matter what age you are, or what fitness level you are, what experience level you are, if you're a good listener, you'll be a good Muay Thai practitioner.
And I said, keep your left
or any
front,
practitioner.
Keep your hands up, two basic things you did. And I said, just keep going forward. So Sam's hard, he come at you quite hard, dropped you, hit you in the body, that kick. He's got that left kick. Yeah. And the first kick, he went bang, he caught you hard, and you looked like, that hurt. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. And I think out of like a scale out of 10, it's like a 5 or a 6. He just made all the beginner mistakes.
Oh, well, I guess if you consider this his first day, a 5 and a 6 is kind of fair, but he's being generous there. Like, you know, like, I don't want to sound like mean, you guys. Like, I really want to see Laurie succeed here, but that's literally a 0. His performance is a 0. Understandably. But I'm just not giving out a free score.
Completely normal. I wouldn't expect anything else. So we'll get over that, and then we'll turn you into a better fighter and a better human being.
I like he said that. Better human being as well. A lot of martial artists I find are like humble, I was gonna say humble twice. They're humble, like friendly, confident in themselves. Week 1.
I started training over the past week, pretty much every day. There's a lot to learn. Slightly overwhelming.
That's alright.
But I feel like I'm making progress. I've got some...
Yeah, especially, so he says overwhelming. Like, obviously, learning anything new, you guys, with the pressure of a 30-day turnaround for a fight is rough. But, like, I'll admit, like, in my, like, boxing is a very precise sport. Like, there's so much that happens. It really is a sweet science. But, you know, 30 days of boxing, you can learn a lot of the basics much quicker because it's just punching, right? Like, maybe to get to that master, like, Floyd Mayweather level, you might never attain, or it takes years and years and years. Like, boxing is such a fine sport in that regard. But with Muay Thai, like, it's not like there's, like, so many things to learn. Like, in boxing, you know, there's arguably, like, 6 moves to learn and then how to perfectly execute them. In Muay Thai, there's 6 punches, 6 elbows, and then, like, 10 kicks to learn. Just for the basics, right? So it's a little rough with that many number of things. That's not even including like the clinch, which is the wrestling aspect. So it is definitely daunting.
Wonderful teachers, and I'm really fortunate to be able to be training with Bulldog Gym. Nick, the owner, he's trained multiple champions.
That's it. So I'm sorry, I know I'm stopping in kind of a lot, guys, but it's interesting. This guy, the way he catches his kick. He does really well, but I wonder why he leans back. Usually I try to stay more upright, and I move away from the kick to kind of like relieve some of it. Because like when you catch a kick in that style, it's really good because you have a firm grasp on their limb. But like you take a pretty big kick, so I usually move with it to alleviate some of that pressure. I don't think you need to lean back, but I don't think he's doing anything wrong. I'm just curious why he did it.
Nick, the owner, he's trained multiple championship boxers, so I feel like I'm in good hands.
You're definitely in good hands. Like everyone in this gym looks pretty good.
They've been giving me some super helpful tips and tricks to try and kind of jumpstart my progression.
Okay, week 2. I mean, he wasn't looking like again. It's already gonna be a long video, so I don't want to break it down too much. He's not looking amazing on those that first week, but he's getting the mechanic-ish of like those front kicks and those roundhouses, punches. You know, it could use some work.
Into week 2, and I've been going in 5 or 6 times a week and training my ass off. I've been training hard. Kind of getting nervous because
like this guy's ripped.
This day 30 match is getting closer, and I'm realizing that no matter how much I progress.
No, that was good. I like that. So when you get your kick caught like that, bang. So you see how his toes and his heels horizontal. You want to bring it facing up, so like vertical, and pull it out, and then push the guy off. Exactly the way he did. Like, oh no! That's not how you deal with the kick. So this chick's about to kick him, and he's like, ah! Very kind of like new mentality. That's not how you deal with the kick.
I'm literally learning everything. How to put on my wraps, how to stand properly, how to move my feet, how to...
Yeah, honestly, guys, like 30 days just to learn how to wrap, stand, and move your feet. So even just the 3 things he said there, a lot of people don't grasp that in 30 days. So he's learning a lot.
Punch. It's up to week 4 of my...
They're fast forwarding.
And there's so much to learn, and I'm only giving myself 30 days. It's ridiculous.
He should give himself like 90 days. I didn't know he's starting from nothing. He should get like 3 months.
Basically, the last couple of weeks.
But that would be an expensive YouTube video.
I've been really trying to reiterate important point.
That knee is bad.
The last couple of weeks, I've been really trying to reiterate.
Don't knee, just kick. His kicks are getting okay at this point.
Like it's often quite hard for my brain and my head because there's so much.
So he does a fake teep here. So he brings up his right knee to fake a teep, and it goes in for a southpaw jab.
Information coming in.
It's kind of cool that he's learning these kind of feints, but that wasn't very smooth.
My brain to remember all of it, so I've been having to kind of compartmentalize, if that's the word, and try and focus on one at a time in a way, so that I can really.
Guys, this is why you should, especially if you have a timeline for some reason. But if you don't, like learning the things one at a time, like, I don't mean like don't learn only punches and then only kicks and then only elbows. Like that doesn't make any sense. But like. You don't have to learn all the feints and all the footwork and all the different moves all in 30 days. Like if you guys are learning martial arts, I recommend like learn the highest percentage moves first and learn just that. Keep improving the footwork and realize that things like footwork, timing, distancing, and especially feinting, like you're gonna be learning and practicing that for like years. So you don't need to learn everything in the first 30 days.
Hammer in the basics. Like
there we go. He said the same thing.
Being able to take punches and blocking them and kind of keeping my guard.
I like this a lot. So if you see how I might be the same girl who's kicking him. Look how he's less flinchy with it. Just now, he's taking those kicks and yeah, he's moving his hands to brace him, but he's not like pulling back unnecessarily.
Oh my God.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
I haven't been punching very well, and I'm learning to.
I'm glad he knows that his punches are crap.
You really want to...
That's interesting. Most people learn the punches fast and the kicks are like, because you know, like I'm sure cavemen were punching each other, not like kicking, and like the mechanics of kicking is definitely the more refined art. So I'm surprised he's better at that, but every person's different, you know.
Body into it. You want to twist and rotate and get that momentum and the power throughout the whole body. And also footwear. That's the other thing. I cross my feet. I kind of step back with the wrong foot first. And what that means is it makes me like super vulnerable to be able to be tripped up by...
I like that he's being taught all these things.
It makes me like super vulnerable to be...
Cause so when you cross your feet the way you had to like let's see if I can pause it a good spot here, you guys.
That's the other thing. I cross my...
So you see kind of like his feet are getting a little bit narrow there. That means you can't move, you can't block, you can't receive hits, so you're definitely more vulnerable. But the worst thing for me is he also, like, it makes it harder for you to continue your attack. Or like in the position he's in, he can throw a left knee, which he does. He can maybe transition this to a left or right front kick, but because his right leg's forward and his stance is off, he can't punch. He can't elbow. He can maybe clinch and throw a variety of kicks, but he's taken away more than half of his arsenal by just messing up his feet, right? So the footwork there, not only are you vulnerable to taking damage, but you're vulnerable in the sense that like it removes your offense. It takes away your options.
My feet, I kind of step back with the
his
wrong
knees
foot first, and what that means is it makes me like super vulnerable.
His kick is not bad.
Tripped up by my opponent. So I've learned this interesting concept of kicking and punching as well through the target rather than just at the target. So
he's got a good point there. You always want to aim. If you go shadow boxing, for example, don't shadow box like this, like left hook, like that, like where like a person's face would be. You always want to train yourself to go through and past the target. Okay? I did it bad there because I can't turn without destroying my mic, but you want to turn through the target like a baseball bat, right? Or like in tennis when they kind of like do a really hard not smash, but like when they do a really hard like forehand, you want to go right through the target. Is how you want to aim mechanically.
I want to kick through the person, as crazy as that sounds. So these are some interesting concepts and
his kicks are getting decent. His kicks are getting decent.
Over the last few weeks.
Good job, Laurie.
It's going to be reinforcing in my head for day 30.
Good pivot. So if you guys watch slowly, his heel pivot is really good here.
Gonna be reinforcing in my head.
So watch that left supporting foot when I say go. Go right there. Bang. It's really good pivot, like hip turn. Like I could tell he's got a lot of hip flexibility and leg strength to be able to do that.
For day 30 of this 30-day challenge. The nerves are already kicking in. I'm definitely just basically going to see if I can hold my ground any better than I did on day 1.
He probably won't, guys. I'm sorry. Laurie, I feel so bad. You work so hard, but I know he's going to get destroyed. The 30 days is not enough time.
And then maybe we'll have a chat with the boys afterwards and see if they feel like I've progressed in any specific way.
He has.
Worse, who knows?
I haven't seen this yet, but I can tell you right now he has progressed.
On that note,
just not enough.
Fight begins.
Fight begins right now! Okay, don't hate me, guys, but it's gonna be like a super long video if I kept this playing, so I'm gonna make a part 2 of the actual fights and continue my breakdown there. I'm gonna release it the day after I release this video, so you don't have to wait long, I promise. Anyways, I hope you've been enjoying my commentary so far. I'm about to so before I was kind of like giving you kind of the tidbits of what I noticed, but I wasn't really breaking anything down over much, because like, what's the point of like his week 1 breakdown when he's about to get 4 weeks better, right? But in this, the next video, we watch the fights together, you guys. I'm actually gonna break down exactly what's happening with a little bit more detail, a little bit more depth here. So I hope you enjoy that. But it would be a long video. It was all in one. So I hope you don't mind. Part 2 is on the way. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you see when that part 2 video comes up. I'll talk to you then, guys. Bruce Lee is out.